Hi, I'm Luis Romero, CFO of UGLYCASH. We were recently invited to the Fintech Summit Americas held in Mexico City, where fintech leaders joined to talk about the future of money. And my panel talked about stablecoins and how they are becoming a game changer in global payments. And then I was invited to present the UGLYCASH case study, which I'm going to share here in this video. So UGLYCASH, as you may know, is a global stablecoin app that is designed for the internet generation. And in this small presentation, I'm going to explain why are we doing what we're doing and how are we doing it differently, starting with our name and our brand personality, which, as you can tell, is different. And so let's start with that. Why UGLYCASH? What do we mean by that? Well, um, just going to turn off the video for now so I can explain this better. So we think the money is meant to empower people. However, for the majority of people, it's actually an ugly struggle. And there are several reasons for that. The first one is just take currency debasement. There's 1.4 billion people estimated to live under currencies that have more than 10% inflation. That obviously erodes purchasing power for literally billions of people. Then you have also 3.7 billion people living under some form of capital controls. So these people are not only losing the purchasing power of their currency, but they're unable to exchange their local currency for dollars, for example. So that's very, very problematic, of course. Then you have estimated $1.5 trillion of monetary losses due to bank failures just over the last few decades. And that is also another structural problem related to the way that the financial system works and the fractional reserve banking and other risk components to it that you can see how can affect millions of people. Then you also have the problem of disconnected international commerce, uh, where, for example, 40% of global freelancers or independent contractors um, live in lower middle income countries, and so they are literally disconnected from the developed economies, and that's problematic, of course. And then something that you hear a lot, it's like remittances. There are millions, if not billions, of people uh, depending on global remittances, and however they're very costly with 6.4% average global cost. That's a lot of cost for people that depend on this. And they're not only costly, but they're also slow. More than like 25% are settled in more than one day, like the regular T+1, T+3 settlements. So it's very slow. All of these factors and others cause several structural problems globally. Among others, there's wealth inequality, like the wealth gap just continues to widen. That creates social polarization and global migration problems as well, where the poor just feel that they're not really able to survive or to flourish in their countries, and so they need to migrate to other places. And all of that translates into a, a root cause problem, which is that there's unequal economic opportunity. We are trying to fix that at UGLYCASH at a very, very high scale. So how do we want to solve that? Well, we believe that stablecoins are the technology that can actually help revert much of those issues, and not only solve those issues, but even improve the experience overall worldwide. And there are several components to it. First of all, we believe that we can provide much higher value services, starting with providing access to a dollar denominated 100% backed stablecoin balance account that can not only protect people from their inflation in getting a dollar denominated access, but also providing high APY savings, so people can not only protect from inflation but actually grow their balances. We can provide access to borderless bank accounts in the US, in Europe, in Mexico, and not only fiat, but also crypto, the top crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and others will come. We're also associate members of Visa, so you have a global card that you can spend your stablecoin balances everywhere. And you can make P2P transfers for free with a very cool feature called Sobrecito, which is something that you can transfer via WhatsApp from the other side of the world instantly and for free. And then the experience overall is just better. It's global by design. It's not capped for the frontiers of a local financial system, but instead this is available already in 45 countries and expanding constantly. It's instant and it's always on, 24/7. It's not the 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, but it's like at all times available. It is a very low cost commission fees all around, just because we're running on these more efficient blockchain and stablecoin technologies. And most importantly, it's fully transparent. And we'll touch a little bit more about this, but this is one of the benefits of running in blockchains. Now, we believe this is a game changer because it truly can change the entire financial system. As with any technology, obviously it has an adoption curve. We believe that we are crossing the chasm right now. It all started with crypto traders. Like, stablecoins were invented to basically trade more easily in and out of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies back in, say, 2015, 2016, 17, the cycle there. But then people understood that they could actually get access to digital dollars through stablecoins. So we started to see pretty early adopters in using this as a hedging mechanism for the local currency inflation. We saw these in Venezuela, Argentina, other places where they're high, hyperinflation even. And then you have things like remote workers that are using it for global payments. You can have a freelancer in Argentina or in Mexico, and Guatemala, or El Salvador, where they can earn in dollars in a virtual account in US dollar bank account, and then they can save in stable coins and make global payments based on that. So there's pretty interesting use cases that we're seeing. And then as we come closer to the early majority here, there obviously remittances in the C2C, B2B side of things, which, as we all know, there's high volumes being transferred, and now more and more individuals and businesses are adopting stablecoins to do so. And then it's not only that, so like, commerce is obviously a big opportunity, where the Visa and MasterCard themselves are figuring out that stablecoins are a great way of connecting into merchant payments. And so that's the reason why we are, for instance, partnering with Visa to connect and allow everyone to be able to pay merchants with their stablecoin balances. It's a huge opportunity. And then you can see even potentially more and more possibilities where you can have tokenized deposits, or in some way or another, bank deposits can turn into stablecoin forms, because it's just more efficient. And you can see that both onshore in the US and also offshore in different places. So if you take all of that into account, there could be a very large addressable market opportunity here. Just estimating these different use cases, we're talking about already 150 trillion volume opportunity right there, where even less than 1% of fees, call it 70 basis points, can capture already a $1 trillion opportunity. So this is truly big opportunity right here. And so how do we reach that market, though? We believe in UGLYCASH. The most important thing is to do so with authentic, human type of engagement that builds trust. So all of our content is through social media, and as you can see it for yourself, it's very authentic, very real. We really want to connect with people in terms of who we are, what we do, and what we care about. And what we have been glad to see is that that has created a very engaged community in all of the different countries that we are operating in. Right now, it's 15 countries in Latin America, now expanding into Africa and Asia. And pretty much all across, we see a highly engaged community that helps each other through different WhatsApp, Telegram, Reddit groups. And we're very excited about that because that creates trust in the community, and everyone helps each other grow and do their jobs in a better way through UGLYCASH. But trust is not only built through a good engagement, as we mentioned. It's also based on technology and high levels of security that provides trust. And that's rooted in these four pillars. The first one is the technology itself. It allows us to provide on-chain, self-auditable proof of reserves, where people can actually verify for themselves that the funds that we're holding as custody are actually there. The funds are there. Anyone can go to the on-chain wallets and validate for themselves that the funds are there. And that's, for us, very, very important in terms of trust building, for sure. We are a fully regulated entity in the US, starting with FinCEN, but also we are regulated in different places where we operate in Mexico and El Salvador. Also as members of Visa, we are audited by them. We are financially audited as well by third parties. So there's a lot of supervision in this bank grade standards when it comes to compliance. And also when it comes to the security of the information. We have all the most respectful certifications: SOC 2, Type 1, Type 2, ISO, we're PCI certified, AWS. And lastly, we do have insurance coverage policies as well in the different important areas of the business: commercial, cyber, E&O, crime for sure, surety bonds in the US. So all of our tech stack and security stack is top notch, and this is a very, very, very important part of the way we do things in the back end to ensure a very smooth and secure experience in the front end for users. And it's working. It's working. We've been developing and building the product for 2 years, but really we went to market until last Q4. And we've been out in the market for at least 8-10 months, really. And it's such a small period of time. We've seen strong adoption and high growth. In the savings side of things, we see more than 26,000 people holding balances with us. Everything from literally just a few dollars to tens of thousands of digital dollars held with us. This is growing at a 21-22% monthly rate. And then on the payment side of things as well, you have like 12,000 or more active payers, either receiving payments or making payments with UGLYCASH. This is growing as well very rapidly at 26% monthly compounded growth rate. And so that makes us already have close to 5 million, actually, as of today, already 5.2 million assets under custody. And as you can see, it's all in different countries here. It's not isolated in one country. It's more than 15 countries all over. It's growing at 34% monthly. So it's actually, as you can see, growing even faster at total. And that's because it's not only that more and more users are holding balances with us. It's also that the more they use us, the more balances they come and put into UGLYCASH over time. And so that's why we're growing even faster at the total level. And the same goes for payment volume. We're processing in the order of 15 million of volume payment per month and growing 36-37% monthly as well. Same factor, the more people use us for payments, the more they actually continue to increase their own payment volume month over month. So this is telling us that yes, this is working, people are liking it, and we're expanding more rapidly over and over. And just as we close here, we are always happy to connect. We like the open communication. So if you do want to try us out, and feel free to reach out. This is all of our information. You can come and get to know more about UGLYCASH. And also, if you want to give it a try, you can scan this QR code, download the app. If you want to unlock up to 8% APY, you can use a referral code. I'll leave this one here for anyone that doesn't have any other one. But if you do have any friend or family using already UGLYCASH, please use their code, as they will benefit from that as well as you. So it's a win-win situation there. And if you happen to be in Mexico, there's a promo going on right now in Mexico for now where we're giving away 20% cash back. This is only valid for 3 months, and it's capped for up to $40 per month. But the purpose here is that we want people to try it out. And so with that, yeah, that's what I wanted to share about what we shared in the event. And happy to continue the conversation. And thanks everyone for trying us out and engaging with us at UGLYCASH.